Hello YouTubers, thank you for watching, thank you for my subscribers, and welcome to another video. And today I'm gonna be revisiting the IE900, so the Sennheiser IE900 IEM. So I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the IE900s. I tried them in the past and then I ended up returning them, and then I kept the IE600s, and I've been using the IE600s for like a long time now. But then when I saw them on offer again, I had a little bug and I had to buy them. So I bought the IE900s again, give them a try. And it's been a bit of a roller coaster. On one moment I think it's the best IEM ever. On the other hand, I don't think it justifies quite the price tag. So it's a bit of a mixed bag that I want to, hopefully, share with you my journey and see if that can shed some light on your purchase or what you want to do with these things, or just for entertainment purposes. So these are the IE900s. I've mostly been comparing them with the IE600s. I think that makes sense, as they are in the same family. As anyone who's into the audiophile world surely will know about the IE series, and the IE900 is like the top of the range of the series, and the IE600 is like the one below it. Although, in all fairness, I don't think these are competing IEMs as much as they are complementary IEMs. I think, if money was no object, you probably want to keep both of them because they excel at different things. Having said that, the IE600 is, in my experience, far more versatile, right? So where the IE600 really shines is that it's not so much music genre specific, right? So I listen to a lot of rock, and sometimes I listen to jazz, and sometimes I listen to even classical sometimes and things, but mostly rock and or alternative rock. So the IE600s are really good for a lot of types of music. With the IE900s, it's a bit of in my experience, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when it works, it's just like this amazing kind of like best ever kind of like sound experience you've ever had. So the soundstage on the IE900s is a lot bigger. It reminds me of the 820 HD 820S, I think, is it 820S? Like the big ones, closed version of the 800s. I don't know if it's got an S or not, but I tried those. It reminds me a little bit of that. So the soundstage is really big, and instruments are like all over, like very kind of separated. And so if you're listening to jazz or any sort of music like that takes advantage of that, the IE900s are unbeatable. The bass is super tight, really controlled. The highs are really present. The transient response is pretty good. So when it works, the IE900 is sort of like that type of earphone that you're like, wow, I can't believe that can sound this good. But sometimes it doesn't work. Like sometimes it's just like it really doesn't work, and that doesn't happen so much with the IE600s. I think they work a lot more with more kind of types of music and types of sound. Although they're not technically as good, nowhere near. I mean, I think the way I see it's like, if you sit down, this is the conclusion I'm getting. If you sit down and you're like critically kind of just trying to look out for things in the sound, the IE900 is going to be better. And because it's a lot more precise, the treble is a lot more cleaner, the bass is cleaner, everything's just cleaner and more spacious, So if you're in that mode, yes. But the moment you're not in that mode, and the moment you're just enjoying music, the IE600 takes the cake, because there's a lot more sense of rhythm, a lot more sense of kind of like, fun than the IE900s. But of course, it's not as technically good as the IE900s. and I've been testing them mostly with the Chord Mojo 2. So that's mostly that, and I do use an external amp, so not because I think the Mojo needs an external amp for that bass response and some of that clarity. Even with these IEMs, you do notice some difference. So yeah, so then that's most of my testing is with that. But recently, I got a topping D93 discrete, and I am really enjoying this DAC here, connected to the IE900 S17 Pro amp, and all of a sudden, because the topping opens up the sound, and the topping is quite good, you know, it's really detailed. So all of a sudden, some of that openness that was missing from the IE600 is not missing anymore, right? So okay, it's not as open as the IE900s, but it's no longer really closed, and these really blossomed with the D93 discrete, the topping. So now by having this topping DAC, some of the disadvantages of the IE600 have disappeared. You know, so the stage is bigger, and the detail and resolution are improved. And funny enough, when I tried the IE900s with the topping D90 discrete, I think it goes over the top. You know, like it's not a good combination. But regardless of the DAC I'm using, the IE600 is a lot more fun, and you know, I just find myself kind of like enjoying. But if I wanted to listen, and this is something I'm learning, you know, like when I'm testing earphones or headphones, I want to look for the technical, you know, like, oh, can I hear this, can I hear that? And sometimes when you're looking for that kind of stuff, you forget to just chill out and relax, which is, you know, how you should listen to music, I suppose. So now with the topping D90 discrete, the technical aspect between these two is narrowed quite significantly. So the soundstage and the IE600 responded really well to a better DAC, really well. The sound opened up. Still, you know, still the IE600, so you're not gonna get like that open stage that you get on the IE900, but you get enough, and the stereo imaging is really impressed. So now it's like, okay, these are a lot more expensive, they cost a ton of money, but I'm having a lot more fun listening to the IE600, regardless of the odd song or the odd kind of like moment that the IE900 is just like the best thing ever. But I don't want a headphone that is just, or earphone that's there costs so much money. I mean, if I could afford it, I would have them both, and then I would keep them both. But as it is, I guess the IE900 is going back. The return window is closing now, but I've already kind of sorted that out, so that's going back, and I will keep the IE600, which, by the way, together with the, and I say this again, with the Mojo 2 is okay, but once you start connecting the topping D90 discrete, or even I'm testing the Audiolab M DAC, and I'm testing the IE300 CDQ as well, so I'm testing a lot of DACs, and I'm going to do some video soon. The IE600 gets really close to the IE900, but of course it's not on the same level. And a lot of people say, oh yeah, it's not on the same level. There's a big difference, you know, between the sound on the IE900 and the sound on the IE600. The IE900 is way more technically superior, you know, like everything's more precise and then open and all this kind of stuff. Reminds me a little bit of the 820, but I didn't like the 820 either. So, but this is a lot more fun. The IE600 is a lot more fun. So yeah, so that's my 2 cents. Hopefully you've enjoyed this short opinion / review. Thank you again to my subscribers, much appreciated, 350 odd and counting. And thank you so much. See you next time.